The number of modern sport utility vehicles that will witness the off-roads in their lifetime is extremely small. This is especially true for the luxury models, but a vehicle that has a six-figure price tag simply cannot carry the SUV moniker just for show. Today we'll demonstrate to you the world's poshest all-terrain vehicles that cannot be distinguished from luxury yachts on wheels. But when the pavement runs out, their four-wheel drive systems lacking differentials and air suspensions would guarantee seamless operation in the deepest mud. As always, before we begin, we encourage you to subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News. More informative content is coming your way. Let's start the engines. Lexus LX. Unlike its J300 Land Cruiser sibling, the new generation LX has made it across the pond, and it's already available for purchase on the American market. This SUV adopts the 441-pound lighter JF platform and abandons its usual gas guzzling V8 in favor of a more powerful 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. The latter makes 409 horsepower and comes paired with a 10-speed direct-shift automatic and a full-time four-wheel drive system. In the US, the three-row behemoth gets 5 trim levels, including the flagship Ultra Luxury with 4 massaging captain chairs, leather upholstery, and 19.3-inch entertainment screens. All are equally capable off-road, thanks to the model's active height control suspension, multi-terrain select, as well as crawl and hill assist features. In Japan, the LX is also offered an exclusive off-road trim with 3 locking differentials that were recently modified by JAOS Corporation. It gets additional CFRP skid plates, new 20-inch Enkei-made wheels, and Toyo tires. REZVANI tank. One of the few ways to drive a tank as a civilian is to get this military-style SUV by the California-based REZVANI. Despite having no tracks, the 4x4 model offers superior go-anywhere capabilities, while underneath its wild exterior hides a heavily modified GL Jeep Wrangler. It gets a 3-inch Fox off-road suspension, massive 37-inch off-road tires, heavier axles, locking differentials, and bigger brakes with 8-piston calipers. Optionally, the REZVANI tank can also feature bulletproof glass and doors, underbody explosion protection, a self-sealing gas tank, and a thermal night vision system. As standard, the tank relies on the Wrangler's stock 3.6-liter V6, but you can go for the 500 horsepower 6.4-liter V8 or even the supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8 with 1000 HP. The cabin of the tank houses purpose-built seats in 10 available designs, a large infotainment, and a digital mini-screen in the gauge cluster. Hummer EV SUV. General Motors are putting a big bet on the resurrected Hummer brand that might even challenge Cadillac as the new luxury flagship of the conglomerate. Based on the identical platform as the EV truck, this SUV expands the passenger comforts at the cost of slightly downgraded specifications. The Edition 1 model quotes a tri-motor powertrain producing cumulatively 830 horsepower. In this case, the Ultium battery has 300 miles of range and has standard 800-volt fast charging. The Hummer EV SUV introduces GM's new vision for the utilitarian luxury. Namely, it gets infinity-roof transparent sky panels, huge 13.4-inch infotainment and 12-inch driver information center, lunar shadow or horizon interior themes. Among its unique off-road capabilities, we should highlight front e-lockers and virtual rear lockers, full underbody armor, crab walk four-wheel steering, extract modes for the adaptive air suspension, and an Ultra Vision HD surround with up to 18 views. Range Rover. Introduced to the market in 1969, the original Range Rover played a key role in popularizing the idea of luxury 4x4s. Half a century later, this British icon enters the 5th generation, which implies a move to the Land Rover's new MLA Flex platform. It is advertised to increase stiffness by 50% and decrease noise transmission by 24%. As usual, the SUV offers 2 wheelbase lengths, but this time it is finally offered as a 7-seater. The standard clearance is 11.6 inches, but the new electrically operated air suspension can raise it by another 5.7. In fact, the new ROVER has a special weight feature that maximizes clearance, closes vents, and locks differentials to traverse streams up to 35 inches deep. This SUV has a 48-volt anti-roll system, rear-wheel steering, and a large drivetrain portfolio, with gasoline or diesel 3-liter mild hybrids, a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, and 2 PHEVs. The cabin is enhanced with more sustainable interior materials, a 13.1-inch PV Pro infotainment, active noise cancelling, and PM 2.5 air filtration. Jeep Grand Wagoneer. It is not widely known, but back in 1966, Kaiser Jeep Super Wagoneer became the world's original luxury 4x4 SUV, actually beating the Range Rover to the market. After a 30-year hiatus, the moniker is making a comeback, and this time it doubles down on Jeep's legendary off-road capability and newly found taste for luxury. Jeep's flagship vehicle gets an imposing exterior with premium LED lighting, gloss black roof, and either 20 or 22-inch aluminum wheels. This 8-seater also offers true V8 power, delivered by a 470 HP 6.4-liter mill with cylinder deactivation and an 8-speed transmission. To handle the off-road, it gets a quadro-lift air suspension, all-new quadro-drive 2 4x4 system, a rear electronic limited-slip diff, an active 2-speed transfer case with Select Speed Control 4 and Select Terrain Traction Management. The Grand Wagoneer means luxury, with a hand-treated Napa or Palermo leather upholstery, American walnut or metal inserts, heated and ventilated front seats with massage, a 12.3-inch digital cluster, and an infotainment of the same size. Remember that the like button was not yet cancelled, so give it a proper tap to support our channel. Thanks for the feedback, and let's keep rolling. Toyota Land Cruiser. Continuously produced since 1951, this off-road icon remains a legitimate body-on-frame SUV that benefits from the move to the GAF platform. The model keeps the overall dimensions of its predecessor, but weighs almost 450 pounds less. The new SUV promises a lower center of gravity, boxier exterior with high-mounted LED headlights and 3 trim-specific grille designs. It also gets improved kinetic dynamic suspension with optional electronic controls and finally adopts modern tech. Under its hood resides a new 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 or a 3.3-liter turbo diesel, both paired with a 10-speed direct-shift automatic. The most off-road capable Land Cruiser of the J300 bunch is the GR Sport trim that has a more rigid body and 2 locking differentials. On the inside, the SUV is available in 5- and 7-seat layouts, both with an all-new interior, heated and ventilated seats, a new dash layout, and a widescreen infotainment. Mercedes-Benz G-Class. Initially launched as a body-on-frame military vehicle with superior off-roading skills, the gallant wagon has evolved into a full-on luxury SUV with solid performance parameters. Today, the G-Class is built by Magna Steyr in Graz, Austria, and depending on the market, it is offered with a turbo 4-cylinder, a V8, and a 2.9-liter turbo diesel. In the US, you can still get the G550 model, powered by a 4-liter bi-turbo V8 with 416 HP and 450 pound-feet. It is paired with a 9-speed gearbox, a 2-speed transfer case, and 4-wheel drive. Though rumors suggest that the model will be axed next year. The SUV also features 3 locking differentials, and from 2021, its cabin houses a 12.3-inch fully digital gauge and the same size infotainment with Apple and Android compatibility, 64-color ambient LED lighting, 15-speaker audio, and heated seats. Rolls-Royce Cullinan. The first all-wheel drive Rolls-Royce was designed to appeal to the younger generation of the ultra-wealthy drivers who might even work up the nerve to take it off-road. The capability to handle any challenge in the rough has been proven by this SUV in Dubai's desert time and time again. Its self-leveling suspension relies on cameras and makes millions of calculations per second to deliver the Royce Magic Carpet ride, while the double wishbone front axle and 5-link rear axle ensure agility and stability. The model is offered in the standard and dark black badge variants, powered by 6.75-liter V12 that produces 563 and 592 horsepower respectively. The interior is completely customizable and is lined with box-grain leather, lamb's wool carpeting, and a beautiful wood trim. You also get a modern infotainment system with Apple CarPlay, bespoke 18-speaker audio, and available rear seat entertainment screens. Lamborghini Urus with the off-road package. The Urus is already known as one of the fastest SUVs out there, but the Italian Bull also offers an off-road package for those customers who do not mind getting their $250,000 SUV dirty. To make this happen, the Lambo raises its ground clearance by 1.5 inches to 9.76. Other additions of the kit include steel-reinforced bumpers, metal underbody protection, and brushed steel exhaust tips. As usual, the Urus Off-Road is powered by the 4-liter twin-turbo V8, aided by the 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive. The setup makes 641 horses, and in this case, the Anima drive selector allows you to adjust the engine and suspension performance in 6 drive modes. In addition to the snow mode, the SUV gains Terra for the mud and gravel and Sabia for the sand. Bentley Bentayga S. A Bentayga has never been envisioned as an SUV to drive through debris, mud, rocks, and deserts, but its permanent all-wheel drive, air suspension with continuous damping, and a super powerful engine beg to differ. The recent highlight for the British SUV is a new sporty version that slots above the standard V8 and below the flagship speed model. The Bentayga S brings along 22-inch 5-spoke wheels, dark tint headlights, and a new S-color split option. Improved on-road performance does not come from the changes under the hood, since the 4-liter V8 twin-turbo still makes 542 horsepower and 568 pound-feet. The suspension, on the other hand, was stiffened by 15%. Bentley Dynamic Ride Active Anti-Roll Control and Sport Mode are now standard, plus torque vectoring and exhaust systems have more aggressive settings. Step inside and you will notice S-embroidery, Alcantara detailing, available diamond quilting, alloy foot pedals, and a Mulliner driving specification. Project Maybach. This electric show car was created under the guidance of the influential fashion designer Virgil Abloh, who passed away last year. The Project Maybach is a 20-feet-long off-road coupe that boasts radical proportions, ultra-thick all-terrain tires, plus an elegant limousine-level interior. The car's squared front end features 2 round headlights, 4 round auxiliary lights attached to the bull bar, and glowing vertical slats that mimic the car's grille. Another quartet of lights adorns the roof rack, while the elongated hood is fully transparent as there are numerous solar cells underneath. No matter the terrain, this Maybach and its occupants are protected by front and rear skid plates, an exterior roll cage, and extensive body cladding. Do you think that these luxury SUVs do not have any off-road potential? Or will they actually be able to outperform less expensive competitors? We'll be discussing the lineup in the comments below, so join the conversation. Like this episode, subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News, and ring the bell not to miss the upcoming releases. For now, you can watch more content through the links on the screen. We'll see you.